YouTube is easily one of the most profitable ways to make money online. We hear about people with even decent sized subscriber counts making upwards of $5, $10, $20, even $50,000 a month off YouTube and Google AdSense. Typically, when we think of YouTubers, we're thinking about PewDiePie or Casey Neistat or Marquez Brownlee or our favorite vloggers. But our course creator for today focuses on monetizing YouTube in a slightly different way. I'm Tyler with CourseRanks. Let's get into the video. First, let's talk about who this person is. Matt Parr, aka Make Money Matt, is a YouTube entrepreneur with 310,000 subscribers at the time of making this video. Matt runs upwards of 9 profitable YouTube channels simultaneously, which we'll get into exactly how he goes about doing that. And he also runs his main channel, which is his personal brand, which is dedicated to helping others build their channels, along with his online course, which is dedicated to helping you do the same thing. The cost of this course is set at $497. If you look at his website, currently it's listed at this price of $497, but it shows a $500 discount. It looks like typically it's about $1,000. Not sure if this is really like a marketing or selling tactic or how long it'll stay this way, but it is kind of one of those like limited time offer things where if you do want to get in on the course, it's probably better to get in now as opposed to later when he may potentially up the price. Now is typically the point in the video where I like to talk about some of the bonuses that these courses have to offer, and Matt has done actually a pretty good job inside the course of consolidating all the bonuses within the course into one page. So we'll jump inside my computer right now and take a look at that. Okay, so here we are inside of the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet actually comes from Matt's course. You'll see once we get inside of it. But he offers this Google Sheet, which gives you the names and the links to all the different bonuses that this course does offer. So if you look here on the left, we do have the private Facebook community. This is similar to, if you've joined any other courses before, this will be the same type of thing. Gives you access. This link here will take you to the page. You'll request access. You'll give the email that you signed up for the course with. So it's important to always remember that email. Remember that email and password. Submit the email address that you signed up for the course with. They will grant you admission into the Facebook group. And in this Facebook group is, where the community of channel builders are thriving right now, and gives you an opportunity to kind of network as well as get any questions answered that you need. Continuing down the list, you'll see his step-by-step checklist, a list of profitable niches that he talks about within the course. If you have no idea on where to start your YouTube channel to begin with, he gives you just kind of an idea of really where some of the most profitable versus some of the least profitable niches are to start. And as we continue to go down the list, you'll see things like video ideas, script templates. He gives you his YouTube gear list of stock footage, music, and photos, list of affiliate programs, list of places to hire people from. These are big ones here, particularly going into how Matt runs these channels and how he kind of suggests that you run these channels. Some of these sections down here are going to be very, very important. And then he also gives you some of his opinion pieces as far as how much to pay for video creation, and then his recommended software and tools that he uses to create the videos. Additional bonuses down here is the FAQ course, Tube Secrets, the course Simplified, case studies, and the vidIQ Mastery course, which will be coming soon. And over here on the right side, he has a link for a free 30 days of vidIQ. Now let's actually jump into the course and take a look at what it has to offer. Here we are on the front page of Tube Mastery and Monetization 2.0. It's set up as any Kajabi course would be, starting here with the introduction, the overview of the method, choosing a niche, setting your channel up for success, how to generate the videos, uploading and optimizing videos, growth module, monetization module, scaling and outsourcing, and bonuses. I have to say that this is one of the most thorough courses as far as setting up this particular type of video that I've seen before. Here's one thing that's important to understand about this course. The type of YouTube channel that Matt is talking about building here is different than what you may think when you think of a typical YouTuber. Matt is talking about building up niche channels that are dedicated to certain types of content. In a lot of these styles of videos, you actually don't even need to be present on camera to build up this type of a channel. We're talking about channels like Scariest Videos, financial advice channels, top 10, top 15, top 5 channels. You see these types of videos all the time, and though you may not realize it, there are people behind these channels actually putting forth effort into creating these videos where there isn't particularly a personality on screen. This is a highly profitable niche of business within the YouTube platform because these videos still gather hundreds of thousands, if not millions and millions of views, and these channels still get millions and millions of subscribers, and they can be monetized the exact same, if not in some cases better, than a YouTube channel with a personal brand identity on it. And this is simultaneously the biggest pro and the biggest con of this course right now. If you want to focus on a channel that you can build and scale, this is the course for you. If you're wanting to build a channel that is based around your personal identity or a talent that you have, or you want to be on camera, you want to vlog something, you want to showcase a skill, then this course isn't exactly directed towards you. It can help you in a lot of aspects as far as building and establishing the framework of a channel, but what Matt is really going into is how to build these niche channels that you aren't necessarily the face of. So looking back inside the course, you can see he kind of goes the overview of his methods, how to choose a niche. For example, if we go inside here, we can see that he'll talk about the best high CPM niches, his favorite niches, the list of profitable YouTube niches and examples, niches to avoid doing market research. Matt really does cover the full gambit of anything that you would need to learn in regards to each of these modules. He is very thorough, and actually I was very, very impressed. I have to be honest, when I first saw this course and I saw Matt, he's a little bit younger looking. He does have the social proof of having 310,000 followers on YouTube, so that is a good start. But I wasn't too sure from his initial videos how in-depth or how knowledgeable he could be on it. But after going through this whole course, I have to say that I was actually very, very impressed at the details and the knowledge and the actual laid out steps that he does give you to go about learning how to master a niche YouTube channel. For example, if we go into one of these videos, you'll see that once you click inside of it, you have the main video here. You have all of the videos within this module over here on the right side that you can kind of go in and out of. Down at the bottom of the videos, he'll have any applicable links that you may need. For example, in this video, the list of profitable niches, he has his Google Doc here, as well as a list of example channels here. As you can see, kind of back out on the basis of the course, we won't go necessarily into detail into all of these. I can just tell you that these are, like I said, very well laid out, very detailed inside of each of these modules. There's a good amount of information within these videos. Each video, I would say, ranges really anywhere from like 5 minutes to 20 minutes typically. Very, very engaging videos. Very nice to watch, and although I don't believe that they are scripted, Matt does a very good job of laying out the information in a concise manner in which it's very digestible and easy to understand. Another thing Matt is very good at doing is giving you the actionable steps. So instead of just kind of, word vomiting everything out and then expecting you to just kind of go from there, he gives you a lot of checklists as well as step-by-step processes that are actually laid out in certain time frames as well. So he's saying, within the first week, you should have this much done. Within the next week, you should have this much done. And within the third week, you could try to have this much done. Overall, helping you to see the full scope of what you can get done in a certain amount of time. For the last part of looking inside of the course, I want to go over this one last section. This section, scaling and outsourcing, might be the most vital, important part of the course that I saw. He talks a lot about really the scaling aspect of creating this niche YouTube channel. As Matt himself runs upwards of 9 YouTube channels, you can imagine that he's not exactly doing all of the content, all of the editing, all of the script writing, and all of the uploading even for all of these YouTube channels. It's just too much to handle for one person, which is why we kind of envision just one channel relating to one separate person. And not oftentimes you think that one person could be running multiple, upwards of 10 plus profitable YouTube channels. The way that this is done and the way in which Matt kind of outlines this process is through outsourcing everything from writing to the content creation to even the on-camera work sometimes. And that is done through outsourcing. As you look here, Matt gives you all of his sources to where he goes to outsource. He talks about where to hire people from. He talks about hiring one person to do all the content creation, making what he calls an assembly line of content creators, where you have somebody do the idea generation, pass it off to somebody else who does the script writing, pass it off to somebody else who does the content creation, and pass it off to somebody else who does the uploading and optimization. He even goes on to say how to outsource thumbnail creation, how much you should be paying for all of these teams, how to manage the team that you ultimately get together, and then what to consider in outsourcing, and then multiplying revenue with translation. So as you can see, this is a little bit different way to attack the YouTube business model, but it has been shown over time to be very, very successful to try to run these profitable niche channels. Now let's go into some of the pros and cons of this course. The first pro, obviously, is that you can create a highly profitable YouTube channel without even showing your face. A lot of times people are worried that they don't have the personality, they don't have the skill set, they don't have the watchability to build up a YouTube channel because you're looking at these vloggers or these YouTube personalities and you don't think that you can be that, and you may not need to be that in order to run a profitable YouTube channel. The second pro is that Matt is very aware of these different types of growth patterns on YouTube. And although he does touch on building a personal brand and kind of creating a hybrid, not on camera channel, I would say the bulk of the course, if not 90+% of it, is about building these faceless niche channels. The third pro is that this is a very guided course. This course is very much hold your hand, here are the steps, kind of walk through course, which is actually really nice in a new business concept like this, because not only is he giving you step-by-step instructions on how to go from one step to the next, he's giving you links, he's giving you resources, he's giving you examples on how to get that done most effectively and to waste the least amount of time doing it. Now let's move on to the cons of this course. The biggest con to this course, and the only one that I will mention, is that you really have to understand what you're doing here. Like I said previously in the video, if you're trying to build a YouTube channel based around yourself, your personal brand, your personal identity, talent, skills, anything that you're trying to personally convey to an audience, even if you're trying to gain some sort of a connection with you and your audience, it isn't going to be done through a niche channel. These faceless YouTube channels are designed to be run more like a business, and that is what Matt is trying to teach you in this course. For final rankings of this course, I give the quality of content a 5 out of 5. This course is very well done. You know that I'm a stickler on the content of the video, how the presenter presents the information in the course. I think that Matt does a very good job here. It's possibly due to the chance that he's a content creator and a YouTube video maker himself, but the videos are actually very engaging. The videos are easy to watch. A lot of times when I see a video in a course that's 15-20 minutes, I kind of like slump back a little bit and like be like, okay, we're gonna get a lot of words here, and I'm gonna maybe get 2 or 3 things at the most out of the video. And I do feel like Matt was very good about outlining points that he's making in the video and kind of making it very easy to digest and to remember after the video's over. He also makes sure that they are very actionable steps, which is nice. For credibility of instructor, I give this a 5 out of 5. It's very easy to see that on his personal channel, he does have 310,000 subscribers. He doesn't outline necessarily every channel that he may be involved in, but to see that he is making, 6-7 figures a year, running multiple channels, and through all the social proof that you can see from him, I do give him the credibility that he does deserve here. As far as relevance, I give this a 5 out of 5. As far as the content relevant to what we're talking about in building niche YouTube channels, this is about as relevant as it gets. I feel like Matt is still in the business, still performing very well at it, and he understands that the concepts are changing, but the formula for how to build these channels has stayed relatively the same for a decent amount of time, and he's very up to date on what that is. You can also rest assured that Matt is updating this course. He showed it in certain sections of the course, as well as some of the bonuses that he's going to be updating. You will see that soon. For community and support, I give this a 4 out of 5, only because yes, it does have a Facebook group. Those are very kind of easy to push onto your community. They're very low maintenance for the content creator. So although it is nice, it's not like going above and beyond, I would say. But that community is there, and the support that he does give you as far as all the bonuses and the opportunity to utilize his different softwares and recommendations is great support for the student. For total value for price of this course, at $497, I would say that this actually is a great value if this is something that you want to get into. Although it seems like it can be fully outsourced, it does take a lot of upfront work in the beginning, and you have to be willing to dedicate yourself to a YouTube channel and the grind of building it up from 0 subscribers to thousands to hundreds of thousands of subscribers. It takes time, it takes effort. Even if you're not going to be on camera, even if you're not going to be, scripting and shooting and editing all of the videos, it takes a lot of planning, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of strategy, and those are the things that you're going to need to learn in order to be successful in your niche. So if you can get in at the $500 price point, I would say that it's very worth it if you're looking to get into this business. Even at the $1,000 price point, I do believe that you could recoup that investment fairly quickly. But if you can get in at the 500, obviously a much better choice.